All right. Good evening. I missed you guys. It's been a while. Yeah, it has been a very long work week. I just. Daylight savings, spring transition. It's just not fortuitous for me today. So we're off schedule. It is a Friday night afternoon evening stream, and we're just going to grind out some stuff in Dark and Darker. V Cambo, welcome in. Good evening. Thank you for showing up and coming to hang out. I am going to probably be a sweat lord and just gather some loot and get the frick out. I got caffeine though. I like caffeine. I do play Dark and Darker. My goodness, I do. I actually just liquidated like all of my side characters and have like specific inventory stuff now. I mostly play Ranger. I've been playing Dark and Darker since playtest 2, I believe. And the main thing that I play is Ranger. I started out as Barbarian, and then I played Bard a lot for a couple of seasons. I played Ranger on and off the whole time. I've also played some Fighter, Warlock, Druid. I've played everything really except Cleric and Rogue all that much. I've played them a little bit, but let me get geared up for some high rollers. Because I'm playing solo and I don't have to scare my friends by being like, oh my god, I'm gonna go play solo high rollers immediately as soon as I log into the game today. I recommend it. I'd say definitely create a character through the free version while you can. Have fun with it. Enjoy the game. And if you like it, try and grab it when there's a sale. Go full sweat on Roblox Rivals. How do you even like... How does Eagles? I'm old. It's Grandma Aqwah here. How does one even play Roblox? Like, I know you can, it's on an iPad. How does one interface with Roblox on PC? Like, how does that work? But also, I'm like, I don't know. How do you even play Roblox? I don't understand. How does one internet? I wish I could stream Marvel Rivals. I would go full sweat in Marvel Rivals. This stream actually originally started as an Overwatch stream. So I used to play so much Overwatch. And that was one of the main things I used to stream. And then I stopped playing when all the stuff about the Blizzard exec came out. And I really wasn't all about it. Since For Honor days, oof. I can feel that though. I remember wanting to play For Honor a lot when it came out. I was really interested in it, but I don't think my PC could run it at the time. And I was also interested in Chivalry at the time. Now, I have played Chivalry on stream, and I do like to play Chivalry. It's just not quite as satisfying as Dark and Darker or like Battlefield. Mainly because I play Chivalry. I have the achievement for you're playing the game wrong in Chivalry because I play Ranger and I've been trying to level up to get the longbow. So that's been fun. I don't think I can rock a True Fizz like that. We're at 215 rings. There we go. We got the drip. Maybe too much drip. Why do I have too much drip? Oh, I wasn't supposed to update my shoes yet. Or my pants. It's okay. We'll go in no pants. No pants, no problem. That's what I like to say. What could go wrong? I don't take competitive games seriously. I mean, I think there's a difference between being sweat over a game and raging over a game. Because I I've been going sweat over plate up with my friends recently. Like, we have gone full sweat for plate up, and I would stream it, except I feel like it's just going to be boring, because it's just going to be us, like, going, okay, this is ready, okay, this is ready, okay, this is ready. We lock the heck in. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm doing my best, but we lock in, and we are just an efficient team. Like, it's rough for the first 2 rounds. We run into each other, but once we get that layout set up, it's over. It's over. But I am the type of person that used to grind League of Legends ranked solo. And I also used to grind Overwatch ranked solo, and I feel like I was never really good at it. Or not that I wasn't good at it, but, well, yeah, I wasn't good at it. It's always been a process of, like, learning, you know? I always feel like I have to learn more, but I definitely, like, the more I start to, like, read about the mechanics of a game, like when I start to read guides and tutorials about how to do something, and it's like, well, you have to counterpick this to do this and deal with this and do like special jumps, I start disliking the game. Like, for a while there was something you could do with Ranger that was using the step back skill in this game, and it was like very technical, cheaty thing. It made me like the game less because I feel like it creates such a class difference between people who are playing the game organically and people who look at guides of like high level players of the game and follow meta. I think a game is good if you can enjoy it and play it competitively, not having to follow a set meta of doing something. And that's something I've always talked about in like shorts with this game for a while. There certainly have been some instances where I've stopped playing Dark and Darker a little bit because they've kind of strayed away and one of the updates pushes this crazy meta into the game. But usually they do like big swings to try and change it. But right now it's kind of, I almost forgot Moneybags. It's kind of like a give and take. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the game. Like, I think the updates they made to the map changes are good. I really enjoy them. I think it makes it feel like more of a dungeon crawl because the modules in the map, like each different room is randomized which way it faces and what it connects to now for all maps, and I really like that. But the circle's back in High Roller, and I don't know how I feel about that. It is certainly a thing. Also, the last 4 or 5 times I've played this map, I have spawned in this exact module. Don't know what's going on there. Oh, ZZZ, so much sweat. I actually didn't play ZZZ. Revel played it, and he didn't enjoy it that much. But I kind of swore off of Hoyo games after playing Star Rail, because I saw how they would, like, release Star Rail, and it seemed, like, really sustainable. Like, oh, you just log in and do some dailies, and it would be fun and enjoyable and not, like, too much of your day. But I saw like a couple, like within the first 2 patches of Star Rails, they really made it really hard to get into without going full sweat mode or whale for the game. And I'll admit, I am very susceptible to a gacha game. I will whale for a gacha game, and I try to avoid playing them. I think the last gacha game I played was Infinity Nikki. And I regret spending money on it because I don't really play it anymore. I'm saying it out loud to acknowledge it, that I don't really play it that much anymore. Mostly because the last couple of things they released I haven't cared for at all. But that's mainly because the events are like... I did the fireworks event and it was fun, but I don't know. I had trouble getting into the last couple of Nikki events. But I played a lot of Genshin Impact back in the day. I liked Genshin a lot, and then I got to the stage in the game. I think this was like right before Sumeru released, where it was just way too much to keep up with. So I ended up dropping it pretty much around the Sumeru release, because I got into a whole new zone. It was like, wow, I really just did all that to try and finish this area, and now I have so much more work to do, and I felt really overwhelmed. You could do the bare minimum and be fine. I mean, it's kind of the case of like, is the bare minimum with Genshin? The bare minimum was like spending hours on dailies. The Honkai Star Rail dailies, I didn't think were too bad, but they started to get more like you couldn't really progress, and it got a little repetitive. So I did move off of that. Oh, hello there. Hello there. But as far as the stream today goes, it's gonna be sweat, but I like to chat because in a strange turn of events, I think I do better in games when I am chatting with chat. If this has showed anything from Dark Souls and Elden Ring, I do better when I am blabbing my mouth off. See Elden Ring stream, me fighting a boss while explaining the rules of Mahjong. Open your shop and do your scratch card and drink your coffee. That's your dailies. Yeah, I know what those are. But no, I definitely understand what you mean. The Nikki dailies, I praise Nikki at least in the sense that their dailies are very achievable. The Infinity Nikki dailies are pretty much just like, oh, so, okay, you just have to take a picture of your character, which is like 3 seconds, and then from there you just have to like do your realm thing, pretty much like the Genshin equivalent of that. I don't know if I'm going to have the time to go and clear out the Yeti down below for the extra AP. It's going to be a little dicey, so we'll have to see how that goes. And the door to get to that is going to be this way. Maybe I will, though. I might be able to... maybe. It's iffy. It's just going to depend on how fast I can clear out through here. Though it usually doesn't take all too long once I've cleared this top room. I just gotta not choke, you know? I say as I immediately start choking. What are you guys doing? Okay. I almost missed that. I should actually line up my headshots because there's a big damage difference between a headshot and a body shot. That would be helpful. Alright. Maybe we might eat some circle. ZZ gameplay, story-wise. I don't think I could go back to Genshin. I can feel that. Genshin, I'd hate to say it, but it's past its time. Why do I feel like I can only hear something in one ear? I'm not going to worry about the chests right this second. I want to make sure my exit is clear. That's my feet, right? That's my feet. I'm like having doubts. All right. Woo. Spicy. All right. Archer's gotta go. I thought you meant solo PvP. Nah. I suck at solo PvP. I think next season maybe I should spend some time in arenas because I am very bad at solo PvP, honestly, especially on the class I'm playing. My main. I'm just bad, you know? That's okay. I'll just try and clear this guy and take the exit. I'm just hoping I have enough meds to last. Because I'm eating damage every second I stand here, even if I'm not getting hit by the boss. Did you die yet? Okay, we're cooking bandages now. Let's see, Mr. Yeti. That was worthless. Oh my gosh. Actually worthless. There was no point in me doing all that. This was for nothing. Oh, goodness gracious. Hopefully I can make it out. Let's go. I'm running. I'm running, Mr. Krabs, and I'm running. I'm greeting, I'm greeting, I'm greeting. Burger indeed. I don't have to. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't Tetris it. How have I been? I've been okay. Hey, Mr. Candyman, welcome in. I've been okay. It's been a very busy week work-wise, and I had a deadline crunch this week. So I worked like a crazy late day. Hey, look, pants. And now I'm very sleepy. Because I still gotta survive the elevator trip out, you know? It should still be a good round. As long as I make it out, it's a good round. Because whatever money I make is just like pure profit from there. Wonder 3. I really only care about the torch and the cosmetics, but I'd like to get some gold built up for the religion things. Anything else? Did I swap any gear out? The crossbow. I believe that is the only piece of gear I've swapped out. Collector. Those I need. Boop. Boop. Into the inventory. Back up money. Boop, boop, boop. And then let's get our gear set back up. Do they add more classes to the game? They do! Siegfried, welcome in. Good evening. Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I am playing some Dark and Darker. I do recognize the name, but I do not remember where we have last met. I apologize. I am a failure. It's all ogre. That's okay. All right. 218 should be good there. Let's. Do I want to redo any of my gear here? Not really. I think that's fine. I forgot to swap my meds out. That's okay. 3. That should be good. 4, well, 2 stacks of each should be good. Rosano. Oh, yes, I do recall. Different username, but welcome. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. How have you been? I know I have not streamed my 2 days this week. Monday and Tuesday, Monday I was crunching for a deadline. And then Tuesday, I was also crunching for a deadline because I got a bunch of work done on Monday and I turned it into the client. And the client was like, I don't like any of it. Can you get it to me tomorrow before my meeting? And I was like, okay. Okay. So yeah, if I ever miss a stream day, I'm not dead. I didn't give up on this. Don't worry. I've been doing this for over 5 years. Not on YouTube for over 5 years, but I've been streaming fairly regularly for over 5 years. There's just some times where I need to take some time off to like unwind, touch grass, die, and just sleep in bed. just be asleep. You know, sometimes you got days like that. That's okay. What did I do this week that's fun? I made curry. I manifested having a bad week, I think, because I ordered, I was saying in chat, in my Discord, I was saying I'm one bad day away from ordering the Ninja Creamy. And I ordered it because it was on sale, like a refurbished one. And then I had a really bad week. So I think I self-manifested that happening. Whoops. But I mean, otherwise, that thing's been great. I've been able to make some ice cream that's not too sweet because it's mostly just milk. I'm not dead, dies anyway. I didn't die in game. We had a full clear. It was a good round. We got the AP and we got out. That's what I was gonna do. Mm-mm-mm. 50. So we need to beat 370 devotion. So we gotta make 30,700 gold to get on the list. I want to get on the list. I know there are rewards, right? Oh wow, that's a lot. Okay, let's get to it. I'm not too worried about it because I'm worried about the AP first, but that's a lot of gold. Oh. This is Dark and Darker. It is a D&D inspired extraction game. So you wake up in a dungeon and you have to fight your way out and find a portal and collect treasure along the way. So I'm running Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry. So D&D is Dungeons and Dragons, you know, traditional fantasy, wizards and barbarians and sorcerers and rangers and archers and all that is good and evil. You got the baddies like liches and skeletons and kobolds and zombies. Yeah. Fantasy stuff. So yes, if you are curious and you want to play, there is a link to Dark and Darker's website in the description, because I usually just keep that as like a standard. But I've been playing it since playtest 2. It's had its ups and downs. So there is a very divided community about the game. But I would say if you're interested, they do offer at least one character to play for free, and is very enjoyable because the NPC combat is fun, but there's also other players that can spawn on the maps and fight you. Now, I'm not very good at the PvP, so I try to avoid it. I get mowed down most of the time. Usually a successful PvP for me is running away safely. There are other types of baddies. There is a harpy up here. Little concerned about her. She might cause me some problems damage-wise. Ah! I died. Aced it. Aced it. Well, let's reset our gear. Thankfully, I stocked up. Monk, they have not added Monk yet, so they've been adding a new class about every other season. Usually it's a map one season and then a class another. So last season they added Sorcerer, season before that, I think Druid, and then Warlock and Bard. So that's kind of what's been added. Well, funny you say that. That's called a nightmare enemy. So it's one of the hardest types of enemies in the game. Essentially, there is a difficulty class to enemies. So right now I am playing high roller matches for some rewards in game. And what that means is probably that I probably can't equip gloves, but don't mind me. Yeah, I can't equip gloves. What that means is enemies will be faster and have more health and possibly extra attack animations depending on their difficulty level. So anything that you see that's like a purplish, black, gray tone is a nightmare enemy. And they're going to have like the highest damage in a single hit, highest difficulty level. For me, which is a low health class, they can one hit me if I'm down a little bit of health. And then there's also elite level, which are like a red tinted. It's a little harder to tell in ice caves because everything's a little blue. But you get the hang of it. And then basic is just kind of whatever the native color of that mob is. So usually it's just like basic colors. But if they're like tinted red or tinted like blue, black, you got to watch out. Yeah. Looking at everything, I think we're okay. Yeah, we should be okay to start. I'm just, why do I have like a whole, is that just the achievement system? I don't get anything for the achievements, right? No. And then I also wanted to see if there was anything amusing here. Not that I can see. All right. In we go. Yeah, so I'm playing High Roller now, which is kind of like the ranked competitive mode of Dark and Darker. You have a higher chance of running into elite and nightmare enemies. There's also less time on the map, and you take more damage from things. So it can be a little more difficult. We can also go down to Ice Hell, Ice Abyss, if we want to. It's scary down there, though. It's scary down there in not high roller mode. That's probably like the newest sub-level, because the maps that they have are generally based around having a map you start in. So like the castle map, I think it's called, or set of maps, is like the basic thing. FP is crazy? What's FP? I don't know what FP is. But yeah, so it starts with Ruins map, which is like an outdoor style adventure map. Actually, I'm going to clear down here because there's first person, Grandma. First person. Listen, I'm used to FP with an S at the end, okay? I'm an old lady. I would still play Battlefield 5. It came out in 2018. Because FP could mean a lot of things. It could mean a lot of things. Also, when talking about Darker and Darker, the like score or score currency you use to rank up in competitive is called AP. So that's why I was a little confused. I wasn't sure if you were talking about AP or not. Haven't we established by now that I'm like oblivious to 95% of online content? I don't know. I rely on you guys to explain it to me. Pants upgrade. Let's go. In pretty good shape. Got some blues, got some nipples. That was not a bad haul for this room. I'm glad I came down here. Okay, oldie, that's fine. I've accepted my fate. The council has decided my fate, and I've accepted it. That's okay. I'm just doing my best. Oh, I would very much like to clear this. I know mummies can spawn there. I think that's... I don't know. I don't know if there being mummies there or flying bats that jump at you is worse. I think the bats were worse. Oh, this is a nightmare. I'm gonna get hit. Okay. I saw the gray tint and I went, uh-oh. Normally these guys are slow as heck, but the nightmares actually hurt because they can stun you in place. And that's pretty bad to happen. That'll get you killed. I don't need that. Are we going to spawn the other ones? Yes. You cannot run in this game. So running would be like unequipping all your weapons. So it's kind of like old school RPG rules where you run or walk fastest when you are... you walk fastest when you have nothing equipped in your hands. Torches don't take away speed. And you're running away. If you backtrack, it's actually slower. So if you see me like turn around to run away, that's why. Because there's a chance that there's a good chance that they'll catch up to me if I don't turn around. Nope, I'm sorry, bud. We're not giving out mod rolls today. Or most days, honestly. We're not giving them out. We must keep it secret. Keep it safe. And there's lockpicking. Got it. Aw, yeah. I don't think I did use lockpick on it. Oh well. Heck yeah. Arrows do not break, but you do have to pick them up. So that's always fun. Always so fun to deal with. I gotta go this way. The circle's closing in. So I have a skill right now that I just used that's on a cooldown for my Q and E buttons that knocks back enemies when I shoot for like 8 seconds. Now, enemies, if they shoot arrows, which I can't pick up the enemy's arrows, can break doors. Enemies can break doors with any of their attacks. Players cannot unless you're a barbarian with a certain skill called Crush. Bro was so fast because he was a higher level enemy. One of these was a nightmare enemy. Yeah. Uh-oh. 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 Not again. Not again. Not again. Nope, 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 nope. I can't see. Chat's in the way of the screen. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Huh. We got it. We're okay. It is safe. I literally had laughing emojis over my target's face. I gotta move chat. Oh, fancy. Okay. Crafting ingredient. Fancy. Those don't really do me any good right now. This way is probably the safer way to go. I'm not gonna risk. I don't want to be here. This is like T-minus 5 seconds before I get stabbed to death. Booking it. Agreed. Why don't I use a sword? I have one. I like the safety of having my arrows. Also, because if I hit headshots, I do more damage than with my sword. Also, taking any damage of any kind will slow down your character. So it's pretty risky to take that kind of damage without knowing what you're going to do. All right, I want to get out of the room I was in because someone else opened the door there. And I don't want to run into another player. I just want to find a portal and get out. Yeah, so I can use my sword, but my bow does 39 base damage. My sword does 26. So even... yeah, it just does more damage. My sword is kind of a backup if I need to be close to something. All right. That's not worth nothing. Oh, there's my exit. Hopefully I can stay safe-ish. Now this is a nightmare boy, and he has an electric shield. So if I hit him in the shield, I will take extra damage. I think I play it safe and try to clear out this guy. Now that's the thing I'm confused on. Maybe elites can have the shields. Oh, I'm in danger. Okay. Healing. Please tell me I can get this open. Okay, come on, 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 come on. Let's go, let's go. Yes! Safe! Okay. James jumps in a pirate ship full of rum off the sick ramp into the chat. The rum crashes everywhere on the ground. It's leaking. Oh no! Why does that kid have a match? You shouldn't be smoking here. That's not cool. How are you smoking at the skate park? Unfortunately, he drops his match while getting scolded by the police officer and lights the broken rum on fire. And the whole skate park's on fire. No! See what you've done, James? Do you see what you've done by entering chat this way? You're now a wanted criminal. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans. All according to Kikaku. Indeed. Good run though. We survived. That's all that matters. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Yes, more blood. More blood for the blood god. Oh, I gotta make space for you. I'm just out here, like, converting my gear that I come out with to straight cash. Some wise people will be listing their stuff carefully on the market board. You know, playing the economy. I'm just like, nah, dump. Bare minimum cost. We'll drop these, though, because these are worth a little bit. All right. Let us get our gear back. You joined this one? What am I missing? So I made shepherd's pie last night. And I really liked it because it wasn't really shepherd's pie, but I don't... Wait, what's going on? Why am I not blinking? Oh no. Oh no, not again. I can't blink. What's wrong? Oh no. Yeah, what's going on? Like, I can blink. I can't wink. Everything looks bigger. Yeah, I moved my icon window, so I got big. Give me a second to troubleshoot why I can't close my eyes properly. Is it something here? Yeah, you're wrong. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Let me make sure that this is correct. That's correct. Ah, there we go. Fixed it. I fixed it. I can close my eyes now. Yeah. A little bit. It's still a little buggy. Let's recalibrate it, and then maybe that's okay. Oh, now my eyes itchy. Okay. Yeah, that's great. I love just being able to break my face. Sometimes your face just breaks and there's nothing you can do to fix it. Yeah. It's great. Oh, goodness. Guys, this is I mean, I guess vertical chat can only see my inventory right now, but YouTube chat sees the giant stacks of bags, empty bags. That's where all my money goes, but I gave it away because I want the religion rankings, which is essentially like you get a small buff for giving your gold away to a religion in the game. I think it's a fun system because it's a different way to be competitive outside of the ranked leaderboard. And I think it's interesting that they added some rewards for different tiers of that. I just think they're a little unachievable. How's our gear looking? Oh, did I not take in... I didn't take in fancy gloves. Go forth, slap at the zombies. Have fun. Thanks for hanging. Da, 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 da. I need money bags. I think taking in 3 has been fine. It just makes the formatting a little weird. How are we doing on AP? Wander 3. We're making our way. It's a little slower because we're not going down a level or anything. If I was wise, I would... Like, if you really wanted to max out your AP, you would probably play Castle, because there's 3 levels, and every level you go down, you get more AP. But the downside of that is it gets riskier to go down farther, because there's a higher rate of less time in the game and difficulties clearing stuff. Oh, shoot. I wasn't expecting you to actually be there this time around. Hooray! Boot upgrade. Yeah, so these guys are terrifying because normally these bats can like dash at you, right? But the nightmare versions of them can dash without a break. They just keep dashing. So they like run you down. I missed. Ah, why? Oh, I don't like that beam. Oh, no. What in the 600 bottles of baby oil? That's horrible. Yeah, they're bat skulls. Yeah, you never seen a bat that's also a skull? Would you like to not be stuck? Thank you. I would like to take your loot. That's a good upgrade, actually. Uh-oh. Zombies are up here. Oh, they don't care. Okay. Sure. Sound's messing me up. Alright, we'll go get this big chest here. This here large chest. Gold. Oh man, I just activated a whole lot of stuff. Oh boy. Oh man. I gotta figure out how I'm getting out of here. Okay. Ew. This is more than I ever wanted to know about this subject. I'm gonna eat it. Woo. Leave me alone. Okay. Yeah, our positioning is not great here. I think maybe I'll try and clear that. Is that 2? It is. Is this 2 skeletons just merged together, or is the color playing a trick on me? Because it seems like a blue and a red skeleton merged together. Oh, the light's playing a trick on me. I was not personally a fan, and I think that people shouldn't have that much power, probably. Also, that's kind of gross. Like, don't take advantage of people. That's pretty gross. I gotta go this way anyway. But yeah, in general, like, ultra wealthy people, to the point where, like, you can't track where their wealth is coming from. Like, you know, there's wealthy people that are like, hey, I've started a business, or I have some investments, and they're, you know, making a lot of money, and we don't like that. But I think the scarier part is where you end up in a situation, where you don't know where someone's wealth is coming from. So a lot of times there's avoiding taxes. There's stuff like charity that is to avoid taxes instead of actually, you know, doing something helpful for society. And just like there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on there. It's kind of one of the reasons why, like, I generally don't enjoy upper management in certain corporations as well, because there's always some ulterior motive. Because at the end of the day, they're the employee of someone else, you know, or they're trying to control someone else, you know. It's just it's a different form of a controlling relationship than, say, you would have with a family member or a significant other, but it's still a controlling relationship. But yeah, the so rich that you don't know where the money is coming from is really scary, because it's like, oh fuck, dude. Ow. So welcome to Rogues. That happens. Enjoy my bow. Oh well. On to the next one. Da, 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 217. Do I think I can swing fancy gloves? Probably not, but we'll give it a go. Oh, we can. Nice. Probably because I didn't swap in the chest plate. Yeah. That's okay. But yeah, like, because you reach a point where when you can't track the wealth, there's corporations upon corporations, and people just start a corporation and get, like, surprisingly involved in it just to, like, drop it. Or to use it as the fall man for a lawsuit. And, like, it sounds so ridiculous that it's fake, but that actually happens. Like, I was reading up about a company recently that's it's a landlord, right? And they're getting sued. And I was reading up on the LLC for the company, and as soon as I saw the LLC's name, I was like, oh, that's not the main company. Like, they probably knew they were getting sued and then made a shell company to essentially limit the like LLCs were originally created. LLC stands for limited liability company, right? So in the name, an LLC is something that, say you want to start a business, it's something you might make to protect yourself. This means that if you are sued as a business and you are using an LLC, like say you start a restaurant business and someone got food poisoning, and it was just an accident, let's assume it's just an accident, right? What this means is if someone sues you, they can't go after like your personal house or your personal car or your personal wealth, your family home. They can't go after that stuff because that's not owned by the LLC. It's also a great way to keep your taxes in check and make sure that your purchases of your company are like squared off on that level. So LLCs, again, originally exist to protect people. But what happens a lot of times is that protection is taken advantage of by large companies because they can create a shell company whenever they want with not all that much effort. It's not difficult, and it's not intended to be difficult because it's supposed to be an asset for most people. But the thing is, we aren't taught the legal ramifications of how to start a business in schools. This is one of those things that like I think we should add to the educational system is like, how do you actually go about starting a business? Like, yeah, you can talk to a guy and buy some supplies and sell them, but like, what is the framework of knowing how to do this? And it's knowing the licenses you need to get, knowing what permits you need to actually create your company legally, what protections do you have legally, how do you employ someone, what documents do you need, all this crazy stuff. And it's so much that most average people are kind of functioning without that in what's called a quote unquote cottage business. And that means that they're running a business out of their house and it's not making enough money to necessarily be like taxable income or to have other employees. That's maybe not the perfect definition of a cottage business because there's other uses for it that are more important. But that's kind of how I view it. But long story short, the barrier for entry to create an LLC is stopped by a huge knowledge gap in the general public. And large companies take advantage of that by either purchasing or creating smaller companies to serve their functions. So when you hear about monopolies as well in like the tech industry and things like that, wow, this is this is like a very serious conversation that I wasn't intending on having, but I'm rambling anyway. When you hear about monopolies and stuff like that, and you hear about companies that are essentially taking control of the business. And like, how could we let them get this far? How could they do this? There are certain things that they do that makes it not seem like a monopoly at first, but when you look at it and realize it, that's like insane. So one thing that I think like Facebook and Microsoft have been accused of doing and have also, I think, possibly been charged of doing and had to pay out for is to purchase smaller corporations and companies and startups that could have evolved into competitors. And instead of using the technology for themselves, they purchase the company and they just bleed it dry. They let it die out so that it doesn't have the opportunity to exceed them or surpass them. So instead of trying to innovate to compete with the companies that are challenging them, they just buy them because they're so large. So that's one thing that happens. The other thing is not realizing that your independent companies are all interconnected through trade agreements. So say I sell like Hostess cakes. This is not real. This is just an example. It's the first thing I thought of. Say I sell like snack cakes or something like that. if I have companies that I work with that are the baker, the retail store, so the people baking it, they're the people, if I own a company that, one, acquires the materials, acquires the flour, the wheat, the milk, the eggs, bakes it as another company, I have another person that ships it to the store, and I also own the store that sells it. That means I have control over every single point of the market to fix the price. So it may not necessarily be a monopoly, but that's kind of where you would see a lot of the like price fixing and weird price stuff that's going on with I think McDonald's is a big proponent of this. They have almost complete control of their supply chain, and they're not forced to ever adapt or compete, so they can really like set their prices to whatever. Kroger also does that because they own a lot of the companies that they're selling. So it's a whole thing. It blows my mind sometimes, and I have trouble explaining it all because, again, I very much like looking over and just every once in a while checking like research papers, but specifically seeing like who's making the research paper, because a lot of times you want to make sure where your sources are coming from, because, you know, they might be making a paper about how eating at home is really great for you, and cooking your own food is going to save you money, but it's a store that is trying to increase the price of everyday groceries. I'm getting into like mad, stupid theorizing stuff, so please don't take that seriously. I'm mad. I'm stressed and I'm mad. And sometimes I try not to let that get too much in my head, right? It's a good thing to detach yourself. Like if you find yourself stressing, no, don't you dare take me very seriously. Like it's good to have a conversation about these things because you acknowledge that it's happening or that it could happen and how you feel about it, right? But I don't ever want to say that something is 100% happening unless I have a research paper right in front of me that is from a trusted source, dated and timed, and said who's involved, right? I'm talking for real, so serious. Hey, child. Welcome in, Grief. I'm sorry you caught me while I was ranting about economics, I guess. I wow, that is, out of all the things, that is a subject I don't really rant about a lot, but my God, has that been like what a lot of everything just boils down to recently. So anyways, I highly recommend, if you have the ability in any sort of educational institution that you are in, to take an economics or business course, even if you're not going to start your own business or you want to work for a company. It's just so informative for a part of the world that happens every single day, but that most people don't do. And it will give you more confidence and freedom to take leaps towards becoming a business owner if that's something you want to do. The economy is really making me want to cast manual fireball these days, ain't it? Oh, goodness. You know, I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but I can agree that, like, feeling stressed about the world and what's going on is important. I'm always open to talk about it, and you may hear me rant from time to time about certain things, but I try to make sure that it's more about my problems with institutions than with, you know, people's individual, like, everyday stuff, you know? Institutions. Although then you run into the problem of like who keeps institutions in check and politics. I am begrudgingly a massive politics nerd. I grew up listening to the BBC and NPR, like for non-Americans, that's National Public Radio. Every single, not every day, but pretty much any time I was in the car, that was the one thing we could all agree on. And I won't say I don't like the news anymore, but I definitely think the places I can tolerate absorbing that information from has decreased significantly. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. The one thing I would say is that if the world is, I'm the fifth thing, I gotta change my turn of phrase for that, because I keep saying the one thing I would say, which is like a little equivalent of, and another thing. And another thing, generally, like, seriously, if you are having trouble processing these things and you just feel like, a lot of times I'll just feel very you know, indescribably uneasy about life. And I find myself getting like more and more aggressive too. Because I feel like I can't control what's going on in the world and I don't have an impact on it, my general like day-to-day interactions with my friends and family can get I'll get irritable, you know? So I kind of had to check myself and be like, hey, can I just, what can I do about this? Like, I'm clearly feeling this way for a reason. And unfortunately, I cannot cast manual fireball because I like where I live, and you know, casting manual fireball is disapproved in our society. You know, why am I calling it that? Oh God. I like it though. We're just gonna refer to everything in terms of D&D spells. I cast a ray of sickness upon ye. Whoa. But yeah, a big thing I had to do is like figure out what is something small that I can do, or like make a conscious decision to do just a little bit to make that easier on myself. And part of it, I think, is I made the conscious decision on stream to not intentionally shut off conversations like this, and to at least delve in a little bit of my reasoning on these things, so that I don't want people to feel disenfranchised, and I don't want people to feel I don't want people to feel like they don't have someone they can talk to about this stuff. Because, like, Jesus Christ, sometimes, especially in the States, you walk around and it's like every day you're like, can I talk to this person? Am I like not cool enough for them? And we're not going to get along and have disagreements? Or like, can we just like have a decent conversation? But my God, sometimes it's easier to do that kind of conversation online if you can have a good place to do it, or just not have all the answers for once. Just say like, yo, I'm stressed out about the world, and it is yikes. It's a big yikes. Let me live. Yeah, I agree. Online definitely, it helps me especially because I get very socially exhausted, like very, very quickly, to the point that like even a day at work is exhausting to me, even if I don't really talk to people, just because there's like other people around me making noises and moving and stuff. So being online and streaming is a great way for me to still have conversations with people and in a way kind of socialize without it being super emotionally exhausting. Because honestly, at some point it just feels like I'm rambling to myself. Yeah, I do agree that streaming at online at Twitch and both YouTube can certainly feel like you are talking at someone. Especially, I find that I've felt that way with larger streams on occasion. If it's a really busy chat, it can sometimes feel difficult to feel like you're actually talking to the streamer. But then it's also like, is that streamer actually engaging in a conversation? I'm not sure. Because I don't know, is it a difference between having a conversation or a discussion about a topic or just telling a story about your own life? I guess it's kind of the difference between wanting to watch reality TV and wanting to watch the news. Hello, welcome to my stream. My stream is the equivalent of the news pretty much at some point. So there's your answer there. Why did I just hear crunching sounds? Was that my arrows? Also, thank you for the interaction. I'm thinking maybe that was a follow, but I can't see it right this second. Where is all that information? Where the heck? Yeah, Grief. Thank you for the follow. This is not... Oh, I gotta book it. Someone else is here. I don't like it. Wait, is someone else here? Is that me? Is that me again? That's me again. God fucking damn it. I'm gonna beef it. I'm cooked. Yep, there we go. I'm cooked. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the circle. That's my bad. Maybe we should change it up. Ah, delicious. Thank you for following, by the way. Normally I stream on Mondays and Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. But I've been saying for like a couple of weeks that my schedule is going to be pretty erratic because my commute changed in the morning. So I've been getting up at 5:45 in the morning every day. And ending stream at 10 o'clock is not good. So I'm trying to move that time up a little better. I'll just have to see how it goes. It may just be a little inconsistent for a while until my routine gets consistent. Because for now, it's like 2 days a week that my commute is different. But it's going to change to every day soon, so we'll see. But I guess that just means there's more EU, Japanese, and Australian people to chat with, right? Right? The West Coast isn't awake yet. Don't tell them I'm streaming. Oh, I've burned through all of my jewels. My accessorizing. Alright, so we're going to hold on to any gold we get for now, because I'm going to have to do another gear purchasing session. Do we do a ruins run? I feel like it's not worth it. Like, the density... We'll do it. I feel like this is gonna be silly, but I might die. People go very aggressive in ruins, and I don't know if they're just gonna be farming for gold and gear, or if they're just gonna be PvP heavy anymore. Too high. Okay. I'm glad we got that done clear. Oh, you can't even see the map. That's what's different here. Okay, maybe that's better. Because ice, there was a circle, but you could still see the entire map. Here, it's completely random and blacked out. Any boots are better than basic boots. Boots, 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 boots. I like boots, 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 boots. I did get a nice pair of duck boots recently, which sound really silly. But if you think of boots, honestly, those are probably the boots you're thinking of, because they're like rubber at the bottom and the toe is capped and then it's leather. And I'm like, wait. So it's like a combat boot, but the entire bottom part over the toe cap is rubber so that you don't get wet feet. Which was a pretty nice change. I was here for it. I was very glad I got them. I did get hella blisters the first day I wore them though, because my feet weren't used to them. But they were very nice. And I sat there and I like leather shined them. I'm so proud of my little leather boots. And I sat there, was playing Baldur's Gate, and I leather shined them. And then I burned the, because there were some loose strings. I was a little like miffed because there's my old grandma complaining here. But the boots I got... They obviously, like, to stitch leather together, they have to use, like, it's got to be stitched together, right? But there were a bunch of stitches that were just, like, loose or not knotted. And I was like, seriously? Oh, my. Ah! I failed both of my lockpick checks. I can't believe. That's a good chest to get, too. High quality stuff. That's okay. Knowing my luck, I'll kill a skeleton and get legendaries off of it. Because that's how it's been this week. I killed a random thing and I got 2 legendaries from it. And I was like, what witchcraft is this? Oh my god, do I try? I try so hard. And it's a bit peculiar. And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, oh, what's going on? And so I walk to the next room and I look on by for a skeleton right there in my eye and say, look at my arrow, please. What's going on? Would have gone. Yeah, it's fine. You get the lockpick is you can hear the sound of it. It's easier, I think, when you have your headphones on. But you get used to it. So ideally, I am looking for a red portal down to the next level, which there should be one in this room. Let's step on by. So this is an elite. Take a deep breath and I look real high and say, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I'm about to make someone's day very bad. They increased the distance. I was gonna trap in the portal. They really pushed that up. Okay. I could have still done it. I'd just have to try and jump over it, I think. Because a lot of people just run in there without looking at it, but it was early enough they probably would have seen it. I actually have literally never played Arena. I've never played it, so maybe we should do a round of arenas and just see how it is. I'm probably gonna get dunked on though. I've always done just the dungeon crawl. I'm sitting here like, oh my god, we're gonna be right next to the vault because we're in circle, and we're not. Where are we? Is that boss room? We could. Oh my god, it is. This is gonna be. It's Warlord. I'm not dealing with that. Nope. Nope. No, thank you, sir. We are leaving the vicinity now. Everyone hates arena maps. I've never played them, so I wouldn't know. But arenas is 3v3. Huh. Yeah. Oh, I get it. So it's kind of like Apex arenas, right? I've played Apex Arena. I did like Apex Arena, so maybe I'll give it a go. A little bit of PvE. Yeah, I've got about a half hour left, so maybe after this we'll give it a go. The downside, I think, is arenas you can only take in gear you gathered yourself. I may have liquidated most of that because I wanted not BIS stats, but good stats for my high rollers runs. They changed it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm gonna be looking for a blue anyway, so... Yeah, wipe is probably closed. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do for next season. I always am curious because I'm like, oh, maybe I'm gonna change the class I'm gonna play, and then I just go back to Ranger by the end of the season anyway. I only ever play Wizard. Dude, Wizard slaps. I suck at Wizard. I was okay at Sorcerer. Druid was probably my best after Ranger and Bard. But Bard is very strictly a party of 3 thing for me. But the party I usually play with, I've gotten to the point that I can play Ranger and not shoot them in the head. They know where I tend to go, so... That's pretty nice. I'll take the Agi here. Let's reload my bow. Clear that out. I have that in my inventory. I should probably put a campfire down. New hat. Hooray. We will do that here. Looks like we're about in the center of the circle. I'm trying to decide if I can hear something or not. I think it's just the axes. Or someone very distant on the floor above me. No, zombies on the ground. That's what it is. It's zombies. What do your elf ears hear? But I'm not an elf, I'm a cat. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Aw, I missed. That's a little sus. I don't think I killed that guy. So maybe someone spawned. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I think we can make this work. Ow. I smell a landmine? Yeah. Probably. But what if instead we just do something so stupid genius that it just might work? Uh-oh. I take it back. It was stupid. Okay. Your groin is mine. I thought I could crawl in there, okay? I was an adventurer like you once, but then I took 35 arrows to the knees. I mean, yeah, but then he covered it with his shield, and that's pretty rude, so... I think he might need a knee replacement after this. No, that's a Skyrim joke. Was it? I don't know. Are we asking about what the original joke was about? Because you're asking me to understand humor. That's... Whew. Yeah, I got what you mean the second read around. Will you die already, please? We're patient. We're patient here. You know? This is so dumb. This is one of the dumbest things I've done in Dark and Darker in a long time. Fucking finally. I want out of here. I want to go home. Seriously? Other side of there. I don't think I can live through that. I thought I was gonna die in that corner. I thought we were all gonna die in the corner. This just in. Knee damage is very bad. Oh my god. Alright, let's sell all the stuff we can't equip. And then we'll put our spares here. Let's sell. Alright, and we'll just pop our gear down. Boy, bring me my gear. Alright, what's this? What's this about Tarina? I've never tried it. It's all trios, okay. Oh, am I supposed to have gear? What can I? Okay. All right. Ah, hey Roblox fan, welcome in. All right. This should be fun. People are probably going to come in with like a perfect arena kit. I'm going to get dunked on. Let's see how it goes. I'll have to see if I can get them with the art of surprise of the boing. Oh my god, this is sending me to chivalry too. Why are you green? Why are you green? Why are you all green? What does the green mean? Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, okay. They're going. They're booking it. You don't really want to loot anything? Well, I need my arrows back, so... Where did our... I don't understand what's going on. Well... Does it, like, okay, I seem to have plenty of arrows, so that's fine.
I'm pretty sure I both. My bad.
Dude, you are good. This is literally my first arenas match ever. I'm sorry. Today or ever?
Bro, tactical. We gotta get you in some better gear, my guy. Just coming off the fucking street? What is this? Let's fucking go. Dice him up, son.
Oh, I agree, dude. Yeah, I gotta get True Fizz stuff.
Dude, you can just fucking buy it now, dude. Buy whatever you want.
Yeah, that thought didn't occur to me. So I just threw on whatever.
I got bought. Actually, most of this is from a different arena kit. I want my other character. I just moved it.
Behind. Oh.
Nice try.
By the way, why is your gear green? Is that the frost stuff, I guess?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright.
Some kid told me all built shit in this game is trash. Some guy told me.
I'll give my life for you. Sick. Let's go. Fuck. I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah, I got a kill. We'll put together a better kit. Yeah. We'll put together a better kit, I hope. I may not be cooking with a lot of gold right now. Do I want to? No. I do. We can work a spear in here. Maybe not. We can afford it. Is it great? No, probably not. Actually, 3. This is probably better in the long run. Probably better there. That's probably better there. Let's go. I haven't decided what I'm having for dinner. I think we have some leftovers, but not that much. Maybe I'll pick up like a frozen pizza or something. All right. I usually make my own pizza because I like pizza. Ow. That's it. I'm backing up. We did it, question mark? We did it, question mark. Yeah, so I have, okay, it's hot take time, non-political hot take time. We did it. I helped by not dying. That's how I helped. But normally I just use like a steel tray and skip the whole... Like, I feel like... Because for a pizza stone, you're supposed to preheat it in the oven for like at least an hour, and no one ever does that. And I feel like the result isn't much better than something else, you know? It helps. Yeah, exactly. It's a hassle, and you can't really clean it really easy. You're not supposed to clean it with water, and they can crack in the oven and stuff. So I just use a metal tray because I get a crispier bottom on my crust that way. I find to like make a good homemade pizza, you have to make the dough yourself. Like, the homemade dough is always going to be better because you can use a higher hydration dough and you can add in the right things you need to get it crispy on the bottom. So I like to have like about an 80% hydration pizza dough. So it's not really great to shape. It sometimes mixes out into like a real floppy thing. But you get this really like soft, crispy dough with a lot of air bubbles in it. And I like that. That's nice. And it gets real crispy, crunchy on the bottom. Ah, turn around too late. Ah. My drink is good though. Ooh, on a pizza? Normally I just do cheese because that's what I can have on hand that doesn't go bad easily, right? So normally I'm just a cheese girly, but my favorite pizza to order is a ham and pineapple. I'm a ham and pineapple enjoyer. I'm also a pizza experimentalist, so I like to put a lot of different things on my pizza. Things I do not like: sardines, sweet peppers of any kind. I do enjoy some ricotta cheese and spinach and garlic on a pizza. That's always really good. Ham is another great one. Recently, pepperoni can sometimes get a little too oily for me. So recently I've been doing some salami, like chopped up a little bit. That's been hitting the spot. I'm dead. Yeah, salami's been really good recently. What else do I put on pizza? Chicken, which honestly, I like butter chicken or like tikka masala chicken on pizza. Probably my favorite food to eat is butter chicken, and I actually have some butter chicken sauce in the fridge that I might turn into like a soup thing. I don't know. We've had soup the last couple of days, so I'm just kind of like, It be what it be, you know? We did it. I definitely helped. Tikka masala's good. Yeah, tikka masala with some mozzarella. In general, tikka masala with some mozzarella is so good. It's such a good combo. Or like with cheddar. Very good on flatbreads or pizza. I really enjoy it. I might do one more round. This is enjoyable. I can see why people play it. I think the fact that there's mobs is a little weird. I don't know that I really like that. But I like that you can go in without losing gear, which I think might just be a just now thing. But I think that's a good way for people to get their PvP out. Maybe it's a good way for me to practice PvP too. Let's go. Oh, that's good. Ooh, sparkly.
Hey, Professor Bumblebee, good luck.
Ah! I almost got him. I hate fighter sprint. I hate second wind sprint combo. I hate it so much. I hate it almost as much as riposte. I feel like they either get riposte or they get sprint second wind. They don't get both. Because if fighter can regen sprint second wind, I should be able to regen my field rations. But I can't. Because people complain and my class is overpowered. I'm trying. We should have chased him down. Warlock's gonna be bleeding some health from that. As a barb, I would have chased down that warlock, but whatever. It was fine. Let him get his health back. We'll reset the fight. He's gonna get cursed. And take damage for the whole thing. There's a chest down there? Yeah, but he's never gonna catch up, you know? Weapon out, bar.
Team, come on, man.
Oh, fuck. Ah. Oh, well. All right. I thought so too. I was like, all right, you were doing great. Wait, where's my party? Oh God, they're all dead. No. All right, that's gonna be it for me for now, because I got some friends that want to play some video games. So thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for following, child. And yeah, have a good weekend, everyone. I should be back Monday, Tuesday. It's up in the air whether or not I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, we'll just have a quiet exit this evening. So I hope everyone has a great one. Bye.